Admiral Sarah Chen stood at the viewport of the ISS Arcturus, watching the massive alien vessel shimmer into existence at the edge of Earth's orbit. The ship was beautiful, all sweeping curves and iridescent metal that seemed to drink in starlight. But something about it made her throat tight with unease. "They're hailing us again, Admiral," Lieutenant Rodriguez reported from his communications station. "The Axoni ambassador requests an immediate audience with Earth's leadership." Chen's fingers drummed against the railing. The Axoni had appeared 3 months ago, bringing promises of advanced technology and membership in their Galactic Federation. Their timing was impeccable. Earth was struggling with climate crisis and resource depletion. Their offer of help seemed like salvation. Too perfect, Chen thought. In 20 years of military service, she'd learned that if something seemed too good to be true, it usually was. "Put them through to my ready room," she ordered, turning from the viewport, "and get me a secure line to the Security Council." The ambassador's hologram flickered to life in her office. Tall, elegant, with silvery skin and eyes like liquid mercury. "Admiral Chen," it purred, "we grow concerned at Earth's hesitation. The Federation's offer is most generous. Surely you see the benefits of joining us." "We appreciate the offer, Ambassador," Chen replied carefully. "But such decisions take time. We must be thorough in our evaluation." The ambassador's expression didn't change, but something cold flickered in those mercury eyes. "Time is a luxury you may not have. Admiral, your planet's resources dwindle. Your climate deteriorates. We offer salvation. And we offer only friendship in return." Chen's voice was steel wrapped in silk. "That seems rather generous." "We are a benevolent people," the ambassador said smoothly. "We ask only that Earth accept our guidance, our protection." Chen's tactical display chirped softly, new contacts appearing at the edge of the solar system. She kept her expression neutral as she read the data. Massive energy signatures, a fleet, hiding just out of conventional detection range. "I see," she said quietly. "And if we were to decline this generous offer?" The ambassador's smile turned predatory. "That would be most unfortunate." After the transmission ended, Chen immediately contacted the Security Council. "It's as we suspected," she reported. "The Axoni aren't here to help. They're here to conquer. And they've brought friends. Your evidence, Admiral. Their fleet just arrived, cloaked, but our new quantum sensors detected them. 50 capital ships, at least. This isn't a diplomatic mission. It's an invasion force." Silence filled the channel. Then, "Initiate Protocol Omega." Chen smiled grimly. For 6 months, they'd been preparing for this possibility. Orbital defense platforms disguised as communication satellites. The new Artemis fleet, hidden in underground bases on Mars. And Project Ghost, their trump card. "Understood," she replied. "They think we're primitive, desperate, easy prey." Her smile turned fierce. "Let's show them how wrong they are." As she ended the transmission, proximity alarms began blaring throughout the station. The Axoni ship was powering up weapons, but Chen wasn't worried. Humanity had learned long ago to hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. "All stations," she broadcast, "battle stations, initiate Omega protocols. Let's show these bastards why you don't mess with Earth." The game of deception was over. Now the real fight would begin. And humanity was ready. The sky above Proxima Centauri burned. Captain Michael Torres watched from the colony's command center as the Axoni warships descended through the atmosphere, their hulls glowing like falling stars. But these were no celestial wonders. They were harbingers of destruction. "Civilian evacuation is at 80%, his XO reported, voice steady despite the chaos. "But we're running out of time." Torres nodded, his eyes fixed on the tactical display. The colony's defensive grid was holding, barely, but the Axoni hadn't committed their main force yet. This was just the vanguard. "Status of the quantum transmitter. Online, sir," Data package is ready for transmission to Earth. That was the real mission here. While the evacuation was crucial, the defense of Proxima Colony was a carefully orchestrated trap. For 3 months, they'd been collecting data on Axoni weapons, shields, and tactics. Every shot fired, every shield frequency, every communication pattern was being analyzed and transmitted back to Earth via their experimental quantum entanglement array. The building shook as another barrage hit their shields. Torres grabbed the console to steady himself. Time to primary shield failure. 10 minutes, maximum. Torres allowed himself a grim smile. Right on schedule. He opened a channel to all remaining defense forces. Initiate Operation Firewall. Authorization, Torres Alpha 7. Across the colony, hidden installations came to life. Automated defense turrets emerged from seemingly civilian structures. Mineral processing plants transformed into missile batteries. The Axoni had expected to find a vulnerable colony. Instead, they'd walked into a fortress. But it wasn't meant to hold. It was meant to bleed them. "Sir," his sensor officer called out. "Multiple new contacts. They're bringing in their heady units." The tactical display lit up with dozens of new signatures. Massive capital ships entering the atmosphere. The Axoni were done playing games. They were committing their full force to crush this seemingly stubborn human colony. Perfect. Quantum package transmission at 90%, his communications officer reported. But they're starting to jam our conventional frequencies. "They can jam all they want," Torres replied. "The quantum link is unblockable. That's why we built it." He watched as another wave of Axoni ships descended. Begin final evacuation phase. All non-essential personnel to the shelters. The shelters were another surprise. Not just bunkers, but gateways to an underground maglev system that would carry evacuees to the far side of the planet, where stealth ships waited to extract them. The Axoni would find it empty colony, its secrets and people long gone. Package transmitted. The relief in his officer's voice was palpable. "Earth has confirmed receipt." Torres straightened his uniform. "Initiate final protocols. Wipe all databases. Activate the defense grid's autonomous mode." He looked at his crew, brave men and women who had volunteered for this mission, knowing it was likely one way. It's been an honor. But before he could give the final evacuation order, the tactical display changed. The Axoni ships were pulling back. "Sir," his XO's voice was tight with tension. "You need to see this." The main screen showed a new ship entering atmosphere. Unlike the angular warships of the Axoni, this vessel was smooth, organic, almost beautiful. It descended with impossible grace, taking position above the colony. "We're being hailed," the comm officer reported. "It's not Axoni." Torres felt a chill run down his spine. "Put it through." The voice that filled the command center was unlike anything Torres had ever heard, like music and mathematics combined into speech. "Brave defenders of Proxima Colony, we have watched, we have measured, and we have judged." The mysterious ship's presence had frozen the battle. Even the Axoni seemed unwilling to act with this new player on the field. "The Axoni's crimes are known to us," the voice continued. "Their pattern of conquest, their deceptions. We have watched as younger races fell to their lies. But you saw through them, prepared for them, fought them with wisdom as well as courage." Torres exchanged glances with his XO. This wasn't part of any scenario they'd planned for. "We are the archivists. We have watched civilizations rise and fall for millions of years. And we say this: humanity has proven itself worthy of standing among the true powers of the galaxy." The tactical display suddenly lit up with new signatures, hundreds of ships appearing from nowhere, their designs matching the first vessel. "You will not stand alone." Torres felt a smile spread across his face. The game had just changed, but humanity had already proven they were ready to play. Admiral Chen watched the holographic display aboard the ISS Arcturus as hundreds of ships moved into position. The combined fleet of human and archivist vessels was an awe-inspiring sight. Sleek human warships alongside the organic curves of archivist vessels, all preparing for humanity's most ambitious military operation. The Axoni fleet is exactly where we predicted, Commander Jackson reported, highlighting a cluster of enemy signatures near Saturn's rings. They still think they're hiding from our conventional sensors. Chen nodded, a predatory smile playing at her lips. The data gathered from Proxima Colony had been invaluable, revealing critical weaknesses in Axoni technology. Their supposedly superior cloaking systems had a fatal flaw. They created subtle gravitational distortions that Earth's quantum sensors could detect perfectly. Status of Operation Thunderstrike. All elements in position, Admiral. The Artemis fleet is ready on Mars. Ghost fleet is maintaining position in the Kuiper Belt, and the archivist vessels are synchronized with our quantum network. The archivists had been impressed by human military technology, particularly their quantum communications and sensor systems, where other races had focused on brute force. Humanity had developed subtle advantages that even the ancient archivists found innovative. Send the signal, Chen ordered. All ships, execute primary mission parameters. Across the solar system, the carefully orchestrated dance began. The Artemis fleet launched from Mars, their engines burning bright enough to catch the Axoni's attention. The alien fleet responded predictably, moving to intercept what they assumed was humanity's main attack force. They didn't notice the Ghost fleet's stealth ships slipping through their formation, placing quantum resonance devices at strategic points. These seemingly innocuous devices were the product of a breakthrough in human physics, capable of creating localized disruptions in space-time. Ghost Fleet reports all devices planted, Jackson announced. Awaiting your command. Chen took a deep breath. This was the moment that would prove whether humanity's greatest gamble would pay off. Execute Phase 2. The quantum resonance devices activated simultaneously. The effect was immediate and devastating. The Axoni's advanced shields, which had proved impenetrable to conventional weapons, suddenly fluctuated as space itself seemed to twist around their ships. Multiple Axoni vessels reporting shield failures, Jackson reported, excitement creeping into his professional tone. Their formations are breaking up. The archivist ships moved next, their organic-looking vessels flowing through space with impossible grace. But instead of attacking, they created a massive containment field, trapping the Axoni fleet in a web of energy. Now, Chen ordered, show them what humanity can do. The Artemis fleet's apparent frontal assault transformed into a complex attack pattern that Earth had spent months perfecting. Ships moved in formations that seemed chaotic, but were precisely calculated to exploit the gaps in Axoni defenses created by the quantum disruptions. Admiral, her science officer called out, we're detecting massive energy buildups in the Axoni fleet. They're attempting to trigger their quantum cores. Chen had expected this. It was the Axoni's ultimate weapon, using their ship's power cores to create devastating explosions. But humanity had prepared for this too. Execute Fibonacci Protocol. Across the battlefield, human ships began broadcasting a complex series of quantum signals, another innovation that had impressed the archivists. The signals created a cascading pattern that interfered with the Axoni core's quantum fields, preventing them from achieving critical mass. Enemy fleet is being contained, Jackson reported. Minimal casualties on our side. The archivist's containment field is holding. Chen watched as the mighty Axoni Armada, the fleet that had conquered countless civilizations, was systematically neutralized by the combined tactics of humanity and their new allies. But it wasn't just superior technology that had won the day. It was humanity's ability to innovate, to think differently, to see patterns that others missed. Incoming transmission from the Axoni flagship, communications announced. They're requesting terms of surrender. The command deck fell silent. After months of preparation, weeks of battles, and countless sacrifices, victory had come not through overwhelming force, but through human ingenuity combined with the wisdom of their new allies. Chen straightened her uniform. Put them through. Let's show them how a civilized species handles victory. As she prepared to accept the Exoni surrender, Chen couldn't help but feel pride in humanity's achievement. They had faced a superior force, and won not through brute strength, but through intelligence, preparation, and the courage to forge new alliances. The galaxy would never underestimate humanity again. The grand chamber of the archivist vessel Eternal Memory hummed with an energy that seemed alive. Admiral Chen stood alongside Captain Torres and Earth's diplomatic team, surrounded by holographic displays showing the surrender of Exoni forces across multiple star systems. But it was the conversation with the archivist elder that held everyone's attention. Your victory was not mere chance. The elder's voice resonated through the chamber, its crystalline form shifting with each word. We have watched countless species fall to the Exoni's deceptions. But humanity, you were different. The elder gestured, and the chamber filled with new holograms, recordings of Earth's history. Wars, peace treaties, technological advances, space exploration. You learn from your mistakes. You prepare for the worst while hoping for the best. But most importantly, you question everything. Torres stepped forward. The Proxima colony defense. You knew it was a trap for the Exoni. We suspected. The elder's form sparkled with what might have been amusement, just as we suspected the true purpose of your ghost fleet. But what impressed us most was not your military preparation, but your reason for it. The holograms shifted, showing Earth's first space stations, the Mars colonies, the deep space probes. Other races built weapons first, then looked to the stars. You looked to the stars first and built weapons only to protect your dreams of exploration. Chen felt a chill run down her spine as the elder's next words seemed to pierce directly into her mind. But there is something else you should know. Something the Exoni discovered and feared. New holograms appeared, complex genetic sequences, brain scans, energy patterns that seemed strangely familiar. Humanity's potential was not random. Your adaptability, your creativity, your unique way of seeing patterns, they were engineered. The chamber fell silent. Chen found her voice first. Engineered. By whom? By those who came before even us. The elder replied. The precursors. They seeded countless worlds with life. But Earth was special. You were to be their successors, designed to think differently, to see solutions where others saw only problems. But something happened to them, Torres guessed. They disappeared before we could reach our potential. Yes, and the Exoni discovered this truth in your genetic code. They recognized the markers of precursor engineering. That is why they sought to conquer Earth so quickly. They feared what humanity might become. The implications were staggering. Humanity wasn't just another spacefaring race. They were the inheritors of something far greater, engineered to think and adapt in ways other species couldn't. This is why we chose to reveal ourselves, the elder continued, not just to stop the Exoni, but to help guide humanity toward its true potential. The precursors left more than just genetic markers. They left knowledge, technology, secrets scattered across the galaxy. We can help you find them. Chen shared a look with her fellow humans. This wasn't just a victory anymore. It was the beginning of something much bigger. There will be challenges, the elder warned. Other races will fear you, as the Exoni did. Some will seek to stop humanity's advancement, but you have proven yourselves worthy of the legacy left to you. The holograms shifted one final time, showing the vast expanse of the galaxy. The question now is, what will you do with this knowledge? How will humanity shape its destiny? Chen stepped forward, her voice firm. The same way we always have. We'll explore. We'll learn. We'll make mistakes and learn from them. And we'll do our best to live up to the potential we've been given. The elder's crystalline form seemed to glow brighter. Then let us begin. The galaxy awaits, and humanity has only taken its first steps into a much larger universe. As the meeting concluded, Chen couldn't help but smile. Humanity had faced extinction and emerged stronger. They had gained powerful allies and unlocked the truth of their origins. But most importantly, they had proven that the faith placed in them by an ancient race had not been misplaced. The real journey was just beginning. 1 year after the Exoni surrender, Earth had changed beyond recognition. The combined knowledge of the archivists and the recovered precursor technology had accelerated human development by centuries. But Admiral Sarah Chen, standing on the observation deck of humanity's first precursor-inspired vessel, the HMS Prometheus, knew this was just the beginning. Final systems check complete, Captain Torres reported from behind her. After Proxima, he'd been the natural choice to command this mission. We're ready for the jump. The Prometheus represented everything humanity had learned and achieved in the past year. Its quantum core was based on precursor designs, but improved by human innovation. Its sensor systems combined archivist organic technology with Earth's quantum detection grid. It was neither purely human nor alien, but something new, just like humanity's place in the galaxy. All stations report ready, Torres continued. The archivist escort is standing by. Chen nodded, watching Earth grow smaller in the viewport. 3 more ships of the same class were already under construction, but the Prometheus would be the first to test the coordinates found in the precursor data archives, the location of what the archivists believed to be a major precursor research facility. Message from Earth Command, the communications officer announced. They're ready for your address, Admiral. Chen straightened her uniform and turned to face the camera drone. Her words would be broadcast not just to Earth, but to every human colony and settlement across the solar system. People of Earth, she began, a year ago, we faced extinction. The Axoni thought us primitive, easy prey. They were wrong, not just about our strength, but about who and what we are. The camera panned to show the bridge crew, human and archivist working side by side. We learned that we were designed to be different, to see patterns others miss, to find solutions where others see only problems. But being given potential is not the same as earning it. We earned our place among the stars through courage, innovation, and the wisdom to know when to fight and when to make allies. She gestured to the stars visible through the viewport. Today, we take our first step into a larger galaxy. Not as conquerors like the Axoni, not as mere observers like the archivists once were, but as explorers and innovators. The precursors left us their legacy, but what we do with it, that choice is ours. The ship's quantum drive began to hum, preparing for its first jump. We carry with us the best of humanity. Our curiosity, our creativity, our determination to learn and grow. But we also carry the lessons we've learned, the importance of preparation, the strength found in unity, and the wisdom to use power responsibly. The stars outside began to shift as the quantum field built up. To those who would follow in our footsteps, we offer friendship and knowledge. To those who would threaten peace, we offer fair warning. Humanity stands ready to defend not just ourselves, but all who seek to build rather than destroy. The quantum field reached critical strength, reality beginning to bend around the ship. We don't know what we'll find out there, but whatever challenges await, we'll face them the same way we faced every challenge, with courage, innovation, and the determination that defines humanity. Quantum field at maximum, Torres reported. Ready for jump on your command. Chen smiled, feeling the weight of history on this moment. To all of humanity watching, this is not an end, but a beginning. We've proven ourselves worthy of the stars. Now it's time to reach for them. She turned to Torres and nodded. Take us out, Captain. Let's show the galaxy what humanity can do. The Prometheus leaped into quantum space, leaving Earth behind, but carrying with it humanity's greatest strengths, the ability to adapt, to innovate, and to face the unknown not with fear, but with determination and hope. As the ship ventured into the unknown, Chen thought about how far they'd come. From a species on the brink of extinction to one poised to reshape the galaxy. But it wasn't the precursor legacy that had saved them. It was their own ingenuity, courage, and the uniquely human ability to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. The galaxy would never be the same, and humanity was ready for whatever challenges awaited them among the stars.